I can confirm it. Unfortunately, last week I had something happen completely out of my personal control and resulted in a crash, and I did end up fully tearing my ACL.
So that's Cameron McAdoo in the press conference before Tampa saying, yes, he did tear his ACL. Obviously, he is not one that is far away from injury at any one time, but you've got to give it to him. To come in, race, or start this race with a torn ACL, knowing that it's going to be sore, knowing it's going to be hard, and this track was not easy by any stretch of the imagination. That obviously massive sand section that was, if you didn't have momentum, you were just going to be sucked into it. And for him to come into this race knowing he's hurt, just trying to make the best of it, and come out with a P3, that's incredible for him. Saying on his Instagram, quote, "We went racing. What an eventful week leading up to round one for myself and the team around me. Very happy to get the opportunity to improve and learn what I am capable of with my current condition each time on track. Leaving Tampa on the podium with a cheap champagne bellyache P3. Thank you, Team PC Race. Thank you, Tampa. PS. Never count yourself out." Now, obviously, this year is not going to be easy for him. There's going to be moments where that knee is probably worse than others, and it's going to be the little things, like if you have to put your leg down to hold yourself up, or the little snaps that are going to be, the painful stuff, the things that you would never even think of normally. You put your leg down to hold yourself up, or you have to catch yourself from a little bit of a tail slap, and those are going to be the painful moments where he's going to have to work through it. Obviously, if he can ride smooth, and I believe he had a brace on his knee, it looked like an extra brace or a bigger one. And if he can work through this, it's it's ballsy. And we all know Cameron McAdoo is pretty ballsy. It's a little joke in there if you remember last year. But you got to say, for him, this is incredible. To a lot of people, you could have just said, "Nah, I've got a torn ACL. I'm, I'm out for the Supercross season. I'm going to get surgery and race motocross." For him, who knows? It could be a thing that he's had so many injuries in his career. He's missed so much time on the bike and championship contention and everything else that he might feel like he needs to. It's not something that's probably good, but it could be a decision just based on that. At 27 years old, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong there, he's been in the 250s for a very long time. I mean, you think Eli Tomac, who's been in the 450s forever, is 32 years old, and he's in the age like where he's retiring. This is, the end of it basically for him. Between him and Cameron McAdoo is only 5 years. So even if he moves up this year, he's only going to have a few years in the 450s. And it's one of those things that he might think, I need to actually, start racing all the time. Not saying it's a great thing. Again, you never want to see anybody injured. You never want to see this, especially in a practice crash or whatever happened, where you have something that bad injured. I don't know. It's it's not a good thing, but it might be a decision, like I said, that he knows. I've been in the 250s for what, probably almost 10 years now. If he started racing at 19, it's been 8, 9 years, depending on when he started. I don't actually remember, but he's been there for a long time and been with that team for a long time. And you got to say he has pushed through some pretty crazy crashes with the starfish crash, if you remember that, if you know what I'm talking about. But you gotta say he's giving it everything he can right now. I mean, racing with that sort of injury, you can see it's probably painful to walk, much less jump and land and put your leg out to hold yourself up. But awesome race for him. To finish on the podium, especially in that race where so many people crash with the Pierce Brown thing, and just not exactly an easy track to do it on. But so I'm gonna leave you guys. Tell me, comments below, what'd you think of it? Did you like Tampa? Did you like the track? Are you excited for the East Coast? Obviously, it's a absolutely stacked field. Whatever it is, comment down below. Tell me what you think while you're down there. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, do all the fun things this platform allows you to do, because it really just helped me out, and I appreciate it. And with that, I'll see you later. Peace.